Konnichiwa. Who's ready to bet on some fights? Tatatai. Millz Young here, part of Pick Dawgz, and we're about to go over this week's UFC Fight Night card, headlined by Brandon Moreno and Steve Erceg, going down in Mexico City. And where am I at? I'm on vacation right now in Japan, okay? And I still got to give you guys this content. Why? Because we love betting on MMA, and we love watching MMA. And I'm going to still be doing the same damn thing on vacation, okay? So look, man, how'd you guys do last week? Let's talk about it, man. All right, on the predictions, I want to say we went like 7-6. You know, we barely got out, but we got with some dogs, though. And some dogs came through in cash for us as well, man. Chris Padilla, dog money. Kevin Holland, dog money. Sean Brady just put that work on Leon Edwards. On the live stream, I called it. I said, hey, I think Leon Edwards is going to tap in the 4th round before the fight started. Wasn't able to get to the window to bet it. It was just one of those nights because I was doing some other things. But, hey, how'd you guys do? And, hey, let's go ahead and get it started. UFC bet with me, okay? Now, look. This is going to be on the fly. As you can see, man, I'm literally, I got to get this out for you guys, okay? So, look, man, it ain't going to be the same in-depth predictions how it was, you know, week by week. But always, I'm going to give you guys my best picks, my best prediction, my best dogs. And at the end of the week, at the end of the video, I'm going to drop you guys with that 2-piece parlay, okay? So let's go ahead and get it started, man. All right, man, the first fight of the night, man. We got Hubbard, 16-6, taking on Markel Mercedes. This fight was supposed to be taking place, I want to say, like a week ago or two. Because, you know, Hubbard had multiple opponents and they all pulled out. Let's talk about the gambling odds. Mederos is a -2-1 favorite on the books. And I like him in this spot, man. He has power in his hands. Hubbard, though, his takedown is going to be the key to this fight, okay? And it's one of those things to where both these guys are kind of not things that I want to bet on in the first fight of the night. But the pick is definitely going to be Mederos in there. And I think he's going to probably win by decision as well. Second fight on the night. Shout out to Emmers, man. He got Chris Padilla in the UFC. I just did an interview with Chris Padilla and he dropped a gem on that. Emmers, 20-8. He's opened up a -2-1 favorite. He's all the way up to a -3-1 favorite. He's taking on Gabriel Miranda. Gabriel Miranda is an explosive fighter who goes out there and he's trying to submit you, okay? If he's not able to get that submission, he's liable to get knocked out. The betting odds, he opened up at Emmers was a -275 favorite. He's all the way up to like a -4-1 favorite out here. I think Emmers gets it done, but at that price tag, it's hard to trust a lot of fighters parlaying them. Why? Because they're going to be out in Mexico City fighting at a big elevated altitude and everything like that. So you definitely got to keep that in mind in your cap when you guys are capping these fights, okay? Some guys are going to have problems just if this fight gets extended past 7 minutes because they're going to have cardio issues. Keep that in mind. Next fight, Emmers gets it done, though. Rafael Garcia taking on Vince Pichel. 14-4, Vince Pichel, man. He's been on the sideline for a minute, man. I like this guy. Why? Because when he's in there to fight. Same thing we said with Garcia, though, man. Garcia's the big favorite in here. I ain't even going to hold you guys too long on this, man. I think Vince Pichel is going to be one of the liver dogs out of this whole week. And I'm getting to the window with it, man. Rafael Garcia, he's shown that, you know, he can get put out. But then again, both these guys are probably fighters that's gonna have this cardio issue implemented because why? The older fighters, okay, once you get past that 7 to 8 minutes, man, let's just play fight, not going the distance in this one. But yeah, man, the pick, give me the dog in this one, man. Give me Vince Pichel from hell, man. Nickname, you know what I mean? Let's go, man. Godinez, 12-5, big favorite in this one, taking on Julia Polastri. Look, man, point blank, I can't bet Godinez in no spots when she's a big favorite. I lost big money on her. So in this spot, I do think Godinez will be able to get the job done. Because Julia Polastri, she's a fighter, but she still just hasn't been able to put together, like, you know, multiple ways on her victories and her game plans. Godinez, she struggles with that fight IQ. She should just be going for the takedowns, but instead it looks like she's out there trying to strike with strikers. I think she's gonna have the crowd behind her. I think you know, this fight might be a little bit closer than what people implement on these odds, but I think Godinez gets one done. Next fight, man, we got a good one. Christian Rodriguez taking on Costa. Costa's just coming off a win against Andre Fili in a spot to where, man, he went out there and just subbed him real quick in the first round. we had Andre Fili in that spot. Christian Rodriguez, man, the prospect killer. They put him up against any fighter that's up and coming with the undefeated record, and he beats him damn near all the time, right? But in this one, he's a minus 155 favorite in here. I've been going back and forth on this fight. I could have got action on Rodriguez when he was a little bit lower. I had to stay off it and really like read the fight right. I'm going Christian Rodriguez in this spot, man. I just think that he's been putting everything together in his camps, and I think that he knows how to win rounds now and how to just win fights. The only thing that I will be wary of is Costa is deadly with those submissions, and Christian Rodriguez has been subbed in his fights before. Alright, man, next fight taking place. Jose Medina taking on Altupa Gallar. Man, in this one, Gallar's going to be the big favorite in there. I remember seeing him fight on the Dana White Contender Series. One of those, African prospects that came out, right? Was a big favorite. Jose Medina, he was on the Ultimate Fighter, and I ain't even gonna hold you guys, man. He got beat every single round, and Dana White just said, here, I like him, and signed him. And he hasn't been putting together no offense in none of his fights. He just stands there. He's a big punching bag. I think the favorite gets it done, but I'm not betting him at this price tag, especially with what happened last week, man. Minus 1,000 favorite losing. And they set from that same branch too. Ain't happening. Next fight taking place, we got Edgar Chairez taking on CJ Vergara. Edgar Chairez gonna have the crowd behind him. Mexican guy comes out there, and trust me, man, he's gonna be putting it all out there in that first or second round. CJ Vergara has been one of the underrated underdogs in the division though. But to me, he's one of the guys that the promotion just kind of feeds to the guys to where you kind of know whenever CJ Vergara is fighting, they want the other guy to win. In this one, Chairez is like a minus 2-1 favorite in there. I think he gets it done, but I ain't betting on this one. Next fight taking place, Lazy Boy Ronaldo Rodriguez taking on Kevin Borjas. This is gonna be a banger, man. Potential fight of the night. Rodriguez opened up a minus 170 favorite. Money's coming in on Borjas now. Now he's down to a minus 150. Rodriguez says Borjas, Peruvian fighter, came from the Dana White Contender Series and surprised some people from there. I like this guy. He's striking his top tier, but then again, in that second round, he slows down, even not at high altitude. Ronaldo Rodriguez always been fighting at Mexico, so I think he's gonna be acclimated to that, different stipulations when you're throwing punches in that second or third round, and you're looking at your opponent and seeing like if he's tired, and yeah, man, I think he's gonna be able to look at his opponent and say, yeah, man, he's tired, and keep going in that third round. His last fight out though, man, against Odi Osborne, we had him in that spot. Everybody kind of thought he lost. I was watching my brother, he even thought he lost. In this one, I'm liking the price tag coming down on Ronaldo Rodriguez, but if this gets low enough, I can hop in. But at that minus 170, I still can't, because Borjas, I do think, is a live fighter, and I think Ronaldo Rodriguez, the fight IQ, sometimes he just leaves stuff. He leaves you wanting more. But the pick's gonna be Rodriguez in this one. All right, next fight taking place, David Martinez taking on Simon Oliveira. Sorry about that, folks. All right, let's talk about it, man. David Martinez, man, 11-1. Good striker, decent when it comes down to his cardio, so I'm not worried about him gassing out. He's fighting a guy that we haven't seen fight since I don't even know when. Probably since back in the day when PFL used to have good fighters. You feel me? Like, yeah, I just had to bring that organization up. I don't know why, man. Random. Alright, man, so let's talk about it though in this one. Big favorite in this spot. I'm not getting to the window with either of these fighters in there. I'm gonna tell you guys like this. Simon Oliver has been fed to the wolves right now to get David Martinez to look like a highlight reel knockout. He's probably gonna get it done, but I haven't seen enough from both of these fighters to trust him with my money on this one. Next fight taking place, Rosas Jr. taking on Vince Morales. Two fighters I'm aware of and I know. Rosas Jr. seen him make his UFC debut against Jay Perrin, one of the youngest fighters to ever fight in the promotion. I think he's a big favorite though. Let's talk about the odds. Opened up a minus 3-1 favorite. Now he's up to a minus 4-1 favorite. I think he's gonna push the wrestling in here. Vince Morales is second stint with the UFC, and he's been taking more L's than Cool J. I like the over 1.5 as well in here. I like the over 2.5. And if any submission or any finish is going to happen, I think it would be in that second round. And it would be from Rosas Jr. I think he's going to go out there, and try to push the game plan a little bit more in this fight, because that last fight that he did fight in at UFC Noche, he won by decision. It just wasn't like, you know, one you saying, oh man, I need to see the next Rojas fight. This the next fight I would need to see though. Kevin Gastelum taking on Joe Pyfer, man. Joe Pyfer, big favorite, -3-1. Kevin Gastelum, we all know the story with him. If he shows up and if he looks good on the scale, sometimes, you know, he can prevail. Already seen the scale. It ain't looking good for bruh. I like Joe Pyfer, man. I like this guy, man. He's one of those guys that I think is a new breed of fighters that, you know, we're going to see more of in the UFC. Coming from Philly over there training with Sean Brady, you know, and Sean Brady just got the win. Confidence going to be high. Momentum's going to be riding high. Joe Pyfer, though, he's probably going to win by decision. He usually puts out his opponents, and that's been the way we've been betting him for the longest, until he just ran into Jack Hermansson. Some people hold that one loss against Jack Hermansson against him. Bro, I don't. Jack Hermansson is a good fighter, and people want to hold it against him like Ran, and it was a step up level. I don't. So yeah, man, I like Joe Pyfer in this spot. Kevin Gastelum, you just, I've been fading Kevin Gastelum, and it's been profitable for the last 2 or 3 years. Alright, next fight taking place. Co-main event though. Before we do that, hit the like button for me. Smash it for me. Let me know if y'all ever been traveling or where y'all going next year or this year, man. I'm out in Japan, man, and I just landed like about 4 hours ago, you know. Yeah, so let's keep it going, man. Let's keep it going. And it's Thursday right now. It's around like what? Thursday, I think it's like 6:30 out here, or 7 p.m. You know, Thursday. It's crazy, man. All right, Brandon Moreno is the main event, taking on Steve Erceg. But before we get to that, we got Manuel Torres taking on Drew Dober. And this fight was a pick-up back and forth. And the reason why is because both these guys got power in their hands. Manuel Torres is coming off a loss against Ignacio Bahamondes, to where he was just getting dropped and didn't look like he was trying to defend anything. But I like this guy. 14 finishes, 7 by KO, 7 by submission, only 1 decision. Drew Dober, he's a good fighter as well. He got that durable chin in here. He's coming off a loss against Gene Silva in that one. I think this fight's not going to be able to go the distance. That's the best way to play it. I think it is a pick-em. I've been going back and forth, trying to see exactly the best read on this fight. Manuel Torres is now up to a -125 in here. My gut is telling me Drew Dober is going to take his hit and knock him out, right? But then my thing is like, nah, Manuel Torres, you know, he's been projected, and I'm a little bit mad because I've been betting on him and making money, and I just lost once with him in the last fight, and his fight IQ didn't look anything like that I want to bet with again. So I'm looking at this fight, looking at it as a pick-up, and thinking I can get back to the window and he can make up for me and then be back on the good side, you know. But I don't know, man. It's one of those things though. But the way this card is playing out, there's not a lot of stuff at decent price tags that I'm going on. So I'm gonna dig a little bit deeper and see. But yeah, man, I think Manuel Torres gets the job done. It could be a dog though. So yeah, you guys know already, Drew Dober's a dog. So if y'all looking for a dog to fight, a dog in this one, bet Drew Dober. Don't even think about it, because like I said, it's a pick-em. It's a 50-50 fight, and the odds maker got it right. Brandon Moreno taking on Steve Erceg, man. I like Brandon Moreno in this spot. He's a -240, okay? Steve Erceg is a good fighter as well, but I think that he got on the fast track way too fast, man. After that fight with Pantoja, it kind of showed that, you know, he's not really on that same level as Pantoja and shouldn't have been up in that same position as Pantoja. Brandon Moreno, the assassin, killer, baby god, man. I remember this guy from LFA, from the Ultimate Fighter to back to the LFA, to back to the UFC, to everything, man. I like Brandon Moreno in this one. I think he gets the job done. 5-round fight, I want to say, main event. He definitely knows how to turn it up, and you know, but yeah, line's a little bit big, you know. I think he should be like a -2-1 favorite, 210. I think he's rising up. All right, man, let's give you guys a parlay to get paid, okay? So out of all the fighters that I like on this card, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and give it out. I like Rosas Jr. to win, and I'm gonna go ahead and take Brandon Moreno to win. It's like a -140 out there, okay? Now look, man, that's the best parlay to get you guys paid that I'm feeling confident in today. All right, MMA Locker Room here, part of Pick Dawgz. look, let us know exactly who you guys are going to be betting on this fight, and let us know who's your best dog, okay? And like my man Mitch Wilson said, be kind to somebody. Be kind to the people in the comments. Have a good day. Let's make it a winning day. MMA Locker Room, part of Pick Dawgz UFC Bet with me. Meet me at the window and let's get paid.